since it had snowed here. And then snowed. That's not even a word. Hi everyone, thanks so much for stopping by today. So what we're gonna do is just a casual chill get ready with me. I'm just gonna do an eye look to match my shirt. Look how cute this shirt is. It's just a cute little sweater and it's got this beautiful gold pocket and I'm in love with it. So I'm gonna do an eye look to match that, maybe a little gold pop in the center there with some pink and grays, and we're just gonna hang out. So please like the video before you leave, subscribe if you haven't already, tell your friends, share the video with a friend maybe, and then talk to me in the comments, just chit chat with me. It'll be fun. So let's go do our makeup. So, new background. Obviously, I'm not actually, you know, outside with natural lighting, but I like it, so I think it looks nice back there. So let me know what you think in the comments. First thing I'm going to do is prime my face, and I have been using this hard candy primer, and this is a lot like the Milk makeup primer. It is actually green as well, like that Milk makeup was, and I really like it for the outside of my face. So I've just been applying it right on the outsides perimeter of my face. It is hydrating, but it does dry down with a little bit of tackiness. So I have been enjoying that. I already put moisturizer on. Today actually I used the Watermelon Glow Mist. I'll have it linked in the description. It's a really cool bottle. It's like oval at the top, and so you have to sit it like upside down, but you shake it up and it smells like watermelon, and it's pretty refreshing to go on. So I put that on earlier before I started. And so yeah, I really like the way that feels. Emily Noel was telling me about this one. And then she's also been using this Hard Candy Smoothing primer, which is kind of a dupe for Tatcha. And it looks the same. It is very similar to the e.l.f. Let me get that one. Poreless Putty primer. So it's the exact same packaging. But as you can see, this is the e.l.f. here. The textures are just a little bit different. So this one is smoother, and this one feels not as smoothing. So it feels more, I don't know, see how much thicker this one is when I rub my hand in it? This one I feel like you have to dig into the product, into the e.l.f. See how I had to dig that out with my finger? Here's the two compared side by side. So let's see if it'll focus. Yeah, so you can see this is the Hard Candy and this is the e.l.f. So it's just a little bit thicker, which I feel like it does cover the pores better. So I have been using that one since I got it. It was not easy to find. It was not in my local Walmart. I did have to order it online and go pick it up in a store, which I thought it was being shipped to my local Walmart, and it ended up being a city over. So I had to go 30 minutes to pick this up. So pay attention, folks, when you're ordering online with that stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill in my pores here. So we are in South Texas, and it is actually snowing here today. It is the coolest thing. So this is Sunday, and it is snowing. So it's been so cool. We heard it sleeting. People were talking about snow, which they always kind of do, but that doesn't mean anything really. So yeah, so let's see. Today in Texas is the third time I've seen it snow in my 40 years of life here in Texas, and so cool. It snowed 3 years ago, which it had been 30 years since it had snowed here, and then snowed. That's not even a word. Snowed here, and that was really cool. I felt pretty bad though, because my daughters at the time, they were only, you know, 2 and 4, and I didn't have anything to wear. I didn't have anything for them to go outside and play in the snow in. I had to put socks on their hands and stuff because I had nothing prepared for snowy weather. It lasted about a good, I don't know, 15 minutes before they got really cold and came inside. So anyways, I do like the way this mattifies the inside here. It looks like I'm putting on a lot, but I'm just going pretty gently when I rub my finger back in. It is very smooth. It's the closest thing I found to Tatcha, which I didn't really care for that one, especially at a $52 price point. I think this one was like $6. So definitely a better deal, in my opinion, than that Tatcha. They both do pretty much the same thing on the face. For foundation today, I thought I would use my Believe Beauty foundation. I haven't used this one since I reviewed it a couple of months ago. Has it been that long? I don't even know. I don't know if you have to shake it. It doesn't feel like it's liquidy or anything. And I do have the shade Buff, and so I'm just going to go ahead and put that on the back of my hand here. Just like that. Got 2 little pumps there. And just going to go on the face. Yeah, so it's snowing and it's like, you know, everything shuts down with the weather like this here because we don't know what we're doing when we're driving. So it's not really safe. So I'm not going anywhere. I made a huge pot of chicken soup because, you know, that was appropriate. I was preparing, so I went last night and bought all my chicken and vegetables and everything. And so I started that. I haven't had any yet. Everybody else said it was good though. So anyways, just dotting that on. I guess I only needed like 1 pump, maybe 1.5 pumps of that. I couldn't remember. I haven't used it in a while. So that ended up doing my face there. I'm just going to go in with a damp sponge and start working that into the skin. So this sponge feels like it is soaking up a lot of product. It doesn't look like a lot is staying on my skin, but I don't need full coverage today or anything. I'm just hanging out with you guys, not going out anywhere, so I think it'll do. Concealer today, I thought I would go in with my Pretty Vulgar because of the color shade match. A lot of the concealers that I have are a little light for me these days. I guess I was out in the sun a lot more over the summer than I usually am, and so my skin is darker than it's ever been before. So I've had to kind of either, you know, buy new concealers or use the one that's like my perfect skin tone. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with a little bitty blender sponge on it, and I'm just going to press that in. I absolutely love this concealer. If you've been watching me, you know that. It is my favorite. As far as creaminess goes, staying power, coverage, I mean, it kind of checks all of those boxes for me. With my skin, I am, you know, turning 40 next month, and my under eyes are not, you know, smooth as they used to be. And, you know, I've also been a parent for 20 years. So, you know, I've got bags and I've got wrinkles, and I embrace that kind of area. I try and be real gentle with it, but isn't that nice? I mean, it just blends in so seamlessly to my skin. I'm not gonna do any other, you know, highlighting of the inside of my face or anything like that. The sun is not even shining today, so it's not like I would be, you know, in focus there or anything. So, for eye primer, or no, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and set my face. And today, just because I was already pulling out the Believe Beauty foundation, I went ahead and pulled out the Believe Beauty setting powder. This is in translucent, and I think this is a great powder. It is it's sort of tinted. A lot is in the cap there, so it's got a little tint to it, but it doesn't, you know, overdo it on the eyes. I'm just going to go ahead and take my e.l.f. fuzz on there. It must have been in my purse. So get that off there. I usually carry it with me. So this is their blush brush, but it's got such a nice you know, angle on it, and it gets right up underneath my eyes, and I just love it. I use it every day that I put on makeup. So I just get some on there and I tap it off into the cap, and then I kind of rub my brush into it, tap off the extra. And then I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that I'm not setting any lines under there. And I'm pressing, and then I'll just kind of sweep it out, tell those wrinkles to go that way, and get a little bit more to go on the other side. It's pretty vulgar nesting bee face palette, and this packaging is so cute. It is just like a real heavy cardboard. It's got a little saying in there, so super cute. And then here are your colors in here. So you've got Hush Blush, Glimmer of BS, Ego, Son of a Bee, Mirror Mirror, and Sun-Kissed Snitch in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with Son of a Bee right here. This one is, it does have some gold flecks in it, and the blush, the Mirror Mirror, is like, it does have some gold flecks in it as well. The Hush Blush looks to be matte though, and then the Son of a Bee and the Sun-Kissed are both mattes. So I'm going to go into the bottom right. Sorry, bottom right. Son of a Bee first. And do some bronzing. I'm going to use my Real Techniques brush, and this is the blush brush. I don't know why I never use brushes for what they're supposed to be. There is a lot of kick up in here. So definitely be careful to knock off the excess. And I'm going in pretty lightly since I don't know what this does. I've not used this before. That's nice. I am going to try and contour just a little bit with this Sun-Kissed Snitch, just to see what that looks like, what we can get out of it. I'm going to use this Precision Blush Brush from Eco Tools. They have some really great brushes at Eco Tools. So this one is not as flaky as the other one, but it does seem to be a little bit cooler than that bronzing color. So I'm just gonna hit it right there. Oh yeah, that's pretty dark. So let me go on this side. Share the love here. And then I'll just lightly blend upwards. I'm gonna mix these two blushes together. I'm gonna do the dark one first, like that, and then I'm gonna dip right into that top one there. And it's so interesting. So these different textures on here. So this one and this one have a lot of kick up, but this one and that matte one on top, that blush, does not have a lot of kick up. So there's something to keep in mind. I don't necessarily mind it if I'm using a palette that is or a single like this, because it's not going to mix the colors. In this, I feel like if you're not careful, you're going to get, you know, some mixture inside with the fallout. So just something to note, to be cautious of. You know, make sure you blow everything off before you close it so you don't get a mixture of colors. I think that's going to work out nice. Just a little pink cheek there. I'm going to take my Alamar brush here, and I'm just going to go real light in the glimmer of BS. So barely anything on my brush. And I'm going to hit the cheeks. Appears to have a little bit of a pink shift. I'm not sure if that is the blush or the highlight, but it looks nice. And then we'll hit the temples with that. Temples, forehead. That's a forehead. Golly, Addison, you don't even know what a temple is, what a forehead is. I mean, she does. She's just not sure right now. There, that looks nice. Glowing to Mars today. Not what I expected, but it kind of matches the shirt. So, all in all, not a bad palette. Cute picture on there too. That's adorable. So, not too bad. Gotta use that again sometime. Let's move on to eyes. So, I am going to, you know, like I said, I'm said a million times, not an eye shadow, you know, greatest eyeshadow doer of all time, but I'm practicing and it's fun. Makeup is fun. That's what it should be. So I pulled out all my palettes to find the perfect colors, and I went ahead and chose the Stone Cold Box palette, and I'm also going to do a little bit of mixture with my Revolution Megastar Crystal Luxe palette. Isn't this beautiful? This packaging. It is very heavy. It's very luxurious. It has a gigantic mirror in here, and these colors are just beautiful. So you can do a lot of different looks in here. Coffee out of this palette right here. So this is a it looks just like a beige color, but I think it'll do good to get everything started. And I'm going to use this mirror so that I can get closer to you guys. Let me zoom you in. Alright, so I can get my hair out of my face. I'm going to go right into the crease. I was concerned that wasn't going to show up, but it is. It's showing up. So lately I have been doing my shadow almost all the way up to my brow with my crease color. And I've been enjoying that look. I feel like once I get my eyelashes done and I can look straight ahead, that it works out with straighten that camera. It looks nice that you can still see, you know, the color that I worked hard to get there. And do the other eye. Something a little bit darker, so this is the brush I'm going to use. These are ColourPop brushes, and I think they're magnificent. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with Vino right here, and I'm going to go deep, but I'm going to try and just shear it out a little bit as I go. So I'm going to go right up here into the crease, because I want more pink than this wine color. So now that I've got the product laid down, I am going to just start coming up with it a little bit and blending it into that other shadow. It's this dark gray color, and we're going to get a nice flat brush. It's not focusing. Get a flat brush. This is a Wet n Wild. These have come from the Dollar Tree, and I just stock up on them. I get 5 at a time when I'm in there. I think that they're just awesome little brushes to have. You can get detailed with them, you can lay down product. So I just got some on my brush there. This does not have a mirror in it, so I'm going to prop this up down here, and I'm going to pull up my mirror so I can continue. I'm going to lay this product down on the edge of my eye here. This shade can get pretty dark if you go in heavy-handed with the brush. So just be careful about that. I'm just going for a soft look today. I'm not trying to cat eye anything. Just a soft gray. So now that I've got that laid down, I'm gonna go ahead and blend it in with the blending brush. I'm gonna take that first brush we used, and I'm gonna blend in those edges. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and take a smaller definer brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and go in with that gray shade. Bring it right up underneath my lower lash line, right here. It's not that gold, but I feel like it's gold enough, and it's far enough away from my shirt that it's going to look like my pocket. I'm going to go right into the center of my lid. I am just using my finger. Eyes are not popping as much as I would like them to match my shirt. So I went ahead and pulled out my Tati Beauty palette, and I'm going to go ahead and go with Soothe, this shade right up here in the glitter. And you do not need a lot of this product for it to make an impact. It will swipe on very nicely, as you'll see, because I just feel like it's not popping the way that I want it to. Look at there. Yes. All day long. Yes. Laura Geller, New York. And this is, I saved the thing. It's actually the Lash Boss in bold. So I thought I would give this a shot today. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this on. Oh yeah, that wand looks like it's going to be nice and big. A lot of bristles on there. So let's give it a go. It smells like paint. That's pretty strong. I'm kind of nervous. You know, I'm not gonna use this. That's a very strong smell, and I'm nervous it's going to like have an allergic reaction or something with my eye, so I'm gonna get something else. I've been loving my Revolution mascara. I think this is a limited edition, unfortunately. I think it's the packaging is limited edition, I hope, and it's not the formula, because this formula is pretty perfect. It's pretty drying already. It doesn't come out real wet, and oops, dang it. Oh well, I'll wait till that dries and fix it. The wand is really big, as you can see, so I am not going to, I don't use this on my lower lashes because I would be making a gigantic mess down there. I'm gonna hit the lower lash with my Great Lash. Man, if I'd have known I was gonna go in full on glitter, I mean, that was my intent, but I didn't know I was gonna have to go like literal glitter. I would have done my eyes first before the rest of my makeup. My Joey, my Friend's Revolution lip gloss in the color Joey, and this is pretty opaque, but I think it's like a pretty pink color, and I think it's just gonna go real nice with this look. See how opaque that is? It does have shimmer in it. That's what we're doing. Nice. All right, so I know that took a little while to accomplish, but we made it. And I'm, if you stuck out, you know, if you stuck it out with me, I appreciate it. And thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. You guys take care. Bye-bye.